is up, guys? It's your boy back at it with another video, and I wanted to rant today about something that I reacted to about a week ago. For those that don't know, we do have a Twitch at twitch.tv/JamesBRAYGANG, and on there, I basically react to things that I would otherwise react to on my YouTube channel, and I just hang out with you guys and do a lot of other random things. But one video that this entire community wanted me to react to for the longest time, I finally checked out, and it was basically about Germany's prison system, and I wanted to discuss it here, and ask a few questions because I thought it was really interesting. It was a very jarring experience. I'm pretty sure the VOD is still up, so if you guys want to watch that, I'll definitely I'll link my Twitch down below. It's the last stream that I made as of right now. But it was interesting, and I wanted to open up a discussion and stuff. If you guys are new here, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. Pretty much this channel lately has been a lot of me diving as deep into Germany as humanly possible, mainly because I'm learning how to speak the language, and I'm very fascinated with the culture and like how everything's structured and stuff like that. So let's just get into it and kind of have a discussion about these things. And honestly, if you guys have answers to my questions, let me know in the comments down below. I read you guys' comments all the time. It's absolutely amazing. So let's just begin this whole thing. So the first thing I noticed when the video opened up, right, it was a documentary by 60 Minutes, and I noticed that all of the inmates that were in prison for whatever crime, violent crimes that weren't that bad, they were living like regular lives behind bars. And like the worst element about the prison system was the lack of freedom, right? But that's what happens when you do bad stuff. Something's gotta happen. And it showed like their living quarters. It even showed like that most prisoners in German prison systems have their own keys to their own rooms. They get privacy. They get to play video games. They get like good food. Like they get to go outside and socialize for longer periods of time than the people in prison here in America. But I feel like I noticed something that was a bit like, it was interesting. The first question I had when I saw that was, how is this helping people repent for what they did? Like for instance, right, if there's something that happens where a person takes a life, God forbid, or they rob, they steal something, or they get involved with some things they shouldn't be. I mean, wouldn't you want to see them get justice, I guess? But then the bigger question is, what is justice? Is justice just doing something so that you feel satisfied, the victim feels satisfied, or is justice correcting a behavior that would otherwise pollute the entire environment? Because if we just keep sweeping people under the rug, then I feel like the problem never gets solved, and we just bury what we deem an issue, which is an issue obviously, under the rug, and we just never address it, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger until there's too many people to pretty much control, and people just get more and more clever with how they do these things instead of correcting the behavior. So yeah, I just thought it was interesting. Like my big question, well, like I said, another big question I had was like, why the comfort? Like why the comfortability? Like I noticed that in the prison system in Germany, the inmates were allowed to wear whatever they wanted. They could wear regular clothes, they can have piercings. They were even trusted to have like objects that have like sharp edges on them. Like you could have knives, forks, spoons, and stuff like that in your room. Like but it's crazy because you can't have that in prison. Like they literally make it so they baby proof everything pretty much in American prisons, right? They don't trust anybody with anything, just because I feel like well, in the American prison systems, a lot of stuff goes down. People lose their lives because somebody decided to sharpen their toothbrush and use it as an ice pick. You know what I mean? Like or they people turn soap, like bars of soap, into weapons in U.S. prisons. So I'm just like, is it the same way in like a German prison? No, I'm not saying German prisons are flawless, right? Like they obviously have, like, there's got to be some kinks in the system, but I think there are two different things I noticed, right? Well, it seems like the American prison system is pretty much like a system kind of out for blood, if you will. Meaning like it's not meant, they call it a corrections facility, but ironically it's not correcting anything. It's not correcting anything. You're in prison, They let you work out for a bit. They give you like, your 3 meals because you need to be fed, but you have to wear the same uniform. When you work, you don't make anything. Like you barely make any money. Like you make probably a couple of cents for working like a whole day and stuff like that in the prison system. And a lot of people think that that's fair. A lot of people in America think that the prison systems in America are too nice, even though there's all this horrible stuff that goes down in the prison system. The German prison system, in my opinion, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it actually focuses on rehabilitating the people that are in there. It's like, okay, why are you here? Why did you do what you did? Let's get to the bottom of this and let's fix it. And it's an interesting system because I remember while I was asking a few questions during the stream, some of those questions were like, well, dude, like this is an easy system to take advantage of. Like, yes, I'm not crazy. Like I can leave now. Obviously you have to prove it, and you have to prove to yourself and everyone else there, like the staff members, that you're not a threat to anybody. You're not a threat. You're actually making changes and stuff like that. And I think that was interesting. I'm not gonna lie, it was jarring at first watching how the inmates were treated, because I'm like, man, imagine like somebody loses their whole family due to one person, right? And then they're like, don't worry, they're gonna go to jail, and they show them like what jail looks like, and they're over there playing Fortnite and stuff and eating pizza with the bros and stuff like that. They're all talking about the murders they partook in and stuff, and I'm just like, where's the justice? Because I feel like the victims want to feel the justice, and I feel like the American prison system is kind of geared towards helping the victims feel some sort of sense of justice, but it's mainly geared to make money. I mean, the feelings and stuff, that's kind of on the back burner. It's mainly to make money. It's no secret that the reason why we have so many prisons and the way the systems are set up, and they're privatized prisons that need to meet a certain quota to receive certain amounts of money, right? To make money. And it's insane to me that jails are a business. That's a business, and they have to keep the prisons populated to some extent. So I feel like that has a ripple effect as far as people that are getting arrested, laws that are getting enforced more than others. It's just really crazy. So it's hard to, people wonder why America has all these these people that have basically mental disabilities that wind up harming a lot of people around them and stuff like that. Our system is broken. It is shattered in a million pieces. And I wonder what that looks like from the outside looking in. So if you guys are watching this, let me know in the comments down below, like how you guys feel about how we handle rehabilitation versus how Germany handles rehabilitation. Because from what I've seen, it looks like Germany's doing a much better job. One big thing you'll notice is even with all these strict conditions in an American prison system, people are super, like, depending on what type of prison you go to, most prisons are very hostile, very hostile. Everybody's in there. No one wants to be there, obviously. And, in America, it's definitely more of a race thing. When you're in prison, like, you have to stick with your own race, and you can't mingle with the races and stuff like that. There's a lot of street politics that are in prison that really dominate the social life in there. So you basically see yourself transform into a completely different person, and not for the better. You do it for survivability, which is insane. But from what it looked like in the German prison systems, there was, I'm not going to say there wasn't any of that, but there is a lot less of that, and a lot more people are a lot more relaxed because they feel like, if you make people feel like people, regardless of what they do, there's no reason for them to treat you as a threat. Now, there are other people that are just purely a danger to society, and that's what I wanted to get into, because I thought that it was interesting how they handled that, because I'm like, do they treat everybody the same? Like, what? But they obviously evaluate people, right? And if they deem that you are too dangerous to let out, then you're going to be isolated from everybody, treated a certain way, and respectfully, rightfully so, right? And so it's interesting. It's a very intricate system, and it's a very different approach. And I feel like what helped the German prison system were a lot of the psychologists. Like, they actually let the psychologists have an input on how the prison system should be run, to correct behavior. And you can see that a lot of people who have gotten out of the prison system have, they've changed their ways. They don't want to get locked up again. But it's crazy because the experience in prison wasn't even that bad in comparison to an experience in an American, U.S. prison. It blows my mind how situations like that are handled. Like I said, I'll keep reemphasizing it. I really feel like the two big things that drive an American prison system are vengeance and money. Vengeance and money. And it's very I'm not even sure why they call them correction facilities. And that also makes me think about the rehabilitation facilities we have here too. They're designed to help people, but when all these patients leave the clinic, obviously they're on heavy doses of medication, and there's probably little to no monitoring of these people once they leave these clinics for a short period of time, after a short period of time, and even in there, I feel like there might need to be more supervision or something. I don't know. I just feel like our system is broken, but I could be wrong. From the outside looking in, guys, let me know what you guys think about our system and how we run stuff over here, because I disagreed with part of how the German prison system was run at first, but looking at it hindsight, it makes sense to me. I'm like, nah. I mean, how do you guys think? I mean, do you think, and be honest with me, because I know that Americans think that the German prison system is way too soft, way too lenient on people who have committed crimes and stuff like that. But you let me know. Do you guys think that the prison system that you guys have is fair? Do you feel like people, especially violent offenders, are getting justice when they get locked up? Do you feel like, and another thing too, do you feel like it is possible to redeem yourself from, after doing horrible acts, taking a life? Do you feel like it's possible to redeem yourself? Is it possible to walk hold on. My battery died. Hold on. Do you basically think that it's possible to walk a righteous path after having committed heinous crimes and turning a new leaf, basically never doing anything that's illegal or harmful to anyone again? In my personal opinion, I think it is possible. I got into an argument with a friend of mine. He believes that it's not. If you do horrible stuff, you're just a horrible person for the rest of your life. You can't redeem yourself. But I think that that's a very extreme opinion to have, in my opinion. But you guys can let me know in the comments down below, because I feel like some people, yeah, you're right, they don't change, but a lot of people actually can change. Think about all the things we did as children, right? We've lied, we've stolen, done something, something that's deplorable, but we learn from it, and hopefully most of us don't do that anymore. But yeah, just wanted to rant about this really quick because I thought it was an interesting topic, just how everything was structured. Even what blew my mind too, even the things that kept people occupied, the inmates were allowed to have actual jobs inside the prison, baking and working construction and stuff like that, little things that were, I don't know, you wouldn't see it in an American prison system at all. And they got paid a normal paycheck, a regular paycheck, so they can afford things and buy things. Insane, absolutely insane, guys. I don't know. I just thought that it was pretty crazy. And on top of that too, if you're on good behavior, you're in good graces, you're allowed to actually basically go on a vacation. You can leave the prison system and be out in public for 2 days, and then come back, So it's interesting. It's a very interesting system, because I feel like, and to conclude this video, because I've been ranting and rambling, but this is a rant. I feel like Germany's purpose is to reintegrate people who have broken the law, right? But do it in a way where these people know that they messed up, they're gonna fix them, whatever they messed up, and move forward. America's prison system is outdated and broken, and it is not designed to correct any behavior. It is designed to punish people. It's you did this, you need to be punished. We don't care if you learn from it, but you will be punished. So, interesting. I feel like there's a difference between consequences and punishment. Punishment, when you're administering a consequence, right? Consequences are like a ripple effect, Okay, like, you did something messed up, so now this happens as a result. It's very cause and effect. But punishment is very vengeful. It's like, oh, I'm hurt, or this person got hurt, so I need to hurt you. But it's not to teach you a lesson. It's just so you can feel what I'm feeling. It's not teaching you anything other than that. So it's very interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. That's pretty much my rant. I'll have more rant videos. If you think I should rant on a few other topics, let me know in the comments down below. I'll do my research and then rant about some more stuff. But I figured you guys care about, opinions that I have, especially on stuff like this. So I wanted to hear what you guys thought. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bis später, Leute. Ciao. Well, what a pleasure it is to see all of your beautiful faces at the end of this lovely video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure you know, as I've mentioned in the past, we do have a Discord that's linked in the description down below, and we would love to have you a part of the world's greatest community ever, Bray Gang. Yes, if you've made it to this point in the video, you're officially a part of the community. So go ahead, join the Discord server. Link is in the description down below. And we also have other social media as well, like Instagram, Twitter. We're live. We go live on Twitch quite often as well. So it would behoove you to, go ahead and subscribe to the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JamesBrayGang. Join the cause and be a part of the greatest, literally the greatest community ever. Okay, it's simple. Just go ahead and do those little things. We're trying to grow on all these little platforms and everything, and it really means a lot. Now, I know you guys stumbled up across the channel and you're like, what does this guy post? Like, what kind of content does he post? Reactions, vlogs, pretty much whatever comes to my mind. All right, it's random content. I don't know what I'm gonna be posting 10 years from now, but I do know that you can stick along for the journey, and it really means a lot. Now, for every single person that subscribes and follows all of the accounts that I have made, and all the links will be in the description down below, that's an automatic entry for any future giveaways I decide to have. I'll remind you when the giveaways take place, but you'll be surprised what I will be giving away because you guys have supported me so much up to this point, and it's only right that I do the same thing back. Thank you guys so much for being amazing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.